Today we are going to discuss now about a land where the sun rises for 24 hours. Now casually for us the sun appears for us on our sky, it's for only for 12 hours. But there is a land within the same globe where we share the same globe, have the sunshine for 24 hours continuously, that is for nearly 6 months. Can you imagine such kind of place? And in that kind of place, are people able to live? How are they able to live for 6 months continuous sunlight? And one more thing is, after the 6 months continuous sunlight for 24 hours, you get 6 months complete darkness. How are the people able to survive there? What about the climatic condition there? How would be the temperatures there? Would be they more than the equatorial temperatures or less than that? If they are more than that, how much more? How are people able to survive there? Are there any animals found there? What about the seasons that are located there? These all things we'll discuss now. That's the topic name is the fourth lesson, polar region. The regions which are located nearby to the poles are known as polar regions. In the pole regions, we have two pole regions. One is north, the other one is south. The areas above the Arctic Circle and between the North Pole is known as North Pole region or the Arctic region. What is it known as? North Pole region or the Arctic region. The same way, the region which is down of Tropic of Capricorn and between the southern pole comes under Antarctic region. In this lesson, we are going to discuss and analyze about the life or the people of the regions of an example of North Arctic region. So in this lesson, we will concentrate only on the northern part of the globe. How are the people living here? What about the climatic conditions of the people here? Do we have seasons here? If we have seasons, how are they divided? Really, do people are able to survive here? Are they able to manage everything like us? How they got into contact here? What are the negative things because of the climatic conditions? Are we able to get any kind of crops grown here? What kind of animals are found here? What kind of occupations are done by the people here? That we shall discuss here. Now before going into this one, other than the Arctic region and the polar region, we have one more name, that is the North Pole region is also known as Tundra region. It is known as Tundra region because the area is completely filled with ice. The region is completely filled with ice. So that makes it to feel that Tundra means cool, icy climate. So the region which is completely filled with ice is known as Tundra region or cool place region. That's why this region is called Tundra region. Now as we discussed earlier, the other name for this polar region is the Tundra region or the Arctic region. So the cultivation, the growing of the plants or the living of the people, the circumstances all can be studied under the other name called Tundra vegetation. Now imagine a place where it is completely filled with ice. How are the climatic conditions here? Do we have seasons for us? Do we have seasons in our country for us? Yes, in our country we have the seasons of summer, rainy season and winter seasons, followed by the spring season. But here we don't find these many climatic conditions or seasons. We find only two seasons. What are those two seasons? Let us see now. The two seasons are, it is like this. Summer and winter. The two seasons names are summer and winter. Summer starts for them from Feb to March, May, whereas winter is from November to Jan. Now, how do we differentiate for us whether it is a summer or a rainy season or a winter season or it is a spring season? Generally for us, the sun rises and goes down in the evening. Like in the early morning we have the rising of the sun and the sun sets in the early hours of the evening period. Let's say like 4:35 or 5:30. But here in summer, the sun shines for nearly 24 hours. It is a gradual increase of it. And what happens for it in winter? In winter, the sun doesn't appear at all. It remains completely cold and frozen. Yes, what you heard is correct. It remains completely cold and frozen, and all the water bodies, whatever are present, will turn into ice because of the extreme coldness. And the animals, the birds start to migrate from one place to another place. They leave the place and they move away to the other places. Even the people, those who are in very few population, also start to migrate and move to other better places in order to survive and fit for the condition. So this is the condition during the winter period. Now coming to the summer season, as we all know, in summer we have extreme hot climatic conditions. According to the climatic condition of this region, in summer we have the extreme hot climatic conditions. And initially the sun rises for 1.5 hours, later for 2 hours, then for 6 hours, then for 8 hours, then for 12 hours, 16 hours, it goes to 20, and finally it reaches for 24 hours. So the sun shines on this region for 24 hours continuously without break, 24 into 7. It's for nearly 6 months like this. Then how are the people able to survive here? In winter it is extremely cold, water turns into ice. But as it is moving on to the summer climatic condition is much better when compared to winter. Yes, it is very cold even in summer also, but it's not so bitterly cold as it is in winter. So the condition is better when compared to winter in summer, but even in summer it is extremely cold. Then how are the people able to survive if the sun shines for 24 hours in a day? Now, as we have discussed about the summer, the interesting fact about summer is that the sun, imagine this is the earth, and these are the sun rays which are moving towards this location. So when we are discussing about the earth of movement and all these things, we have to remember that the sun's rays are falling on an elevated path. So when it is on an elevated path, you don't get the exactly how does it shine on the equatorial regions. So as it is moving upwards, and find it that, so the sun stands as it in the horizon. In the horizon of the region. In the horizon of the region, you don't find the full sunshine. That is the reason why it's like a place where sky meets the earth. In that point you find the sun shining for the whole 24 hours there. So in the whole 24 hours you don't feel anything much different even if the sun is present. It's like a small candle which is showing its light. In that way you find the location here. It is not so seriously that sunshine is present for 24 hours. It's present 24 hours, yes, it's correct, but the sunshine's energy emitted is very less, comparatively very less when compared to the other regions. Even though it is for 6 months there, yes, it shows its impact. The climatic condition becomes very good, the ice starts to break down, the water turns to be water itself, it does not be into the form of ice. Then many of the plants, lichens, mosses, berry fruits all start to grow up in the 6 months. Many of the animals and the birds return back to feed themselves on these fruits and all these things, which adds color for the life of the region. This is the specialty of the summer region. What about the vegetation of this region? We'll see now.